Hi everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Ian is a Weirdo. Today I'm hoping to finish crocheting this side of the pillow, flip it inside out, and then we'll start trying to plan some of the text for the Jacob side of this Twilight Team Edward, Team Jacob pillow. So I hope you all are doing well, and let's just hang out and have a good scream. I mean, I don't think it's gotta be that difficult. Hey Crystal, how are you? Hope you feeling better? I'm almost done with the pink side of the pillow. And then I've got to figure out how to do the text, so we'll see how that goes. Even though I slept late, went to bed kind of late, I'm just like, I feel kind of just like out of it and sleepy. So who knows? Maybe this live will reinvigorate me and give me life, or maybe it will just make me more tired. No promises. I've been watching. Yeah, I feel better. Oh, that's good. I'm really glad. I have been binge watching Buffy the Vampire Slayer today. Just for a couple hours, and starting at the very beginning. So I'm super excited to watch that again. It's a fun show, and just like it's fun. It's like ridiculous and campy, and it's just yeah. I feel like it was a really special show. But it's been so long since I've watched a lot of it that I'm just like, oh yeah, well, that I don't remember this. I don't remember this. So it's fun to kind of have everything kind of like come back to me. Yeah, it's been so long for me too. I watched like all of the Bones TV show about like the forensic anthropologists, and I was like every time I like watched the show like before I was like, where do I know um like the like FBI guy from, and like in the beginning, and it took me a longer than I'd like to admit that I was like, oh, that's David Boreanaz, that's Angel from Buffy the Vampire Slayer. I mean, it's 20 years difference, but he looks exactly the same. I mean, he looks like a little older, but like not in a sense like really like looks bad or different at all, really. He he's very pretty. Yeah, the Angel crossover. What was it? Was it just called Angel, or was it like? Because it was like there's Spike and there's Angel. Was it just Angel? I'm watching it on Tubi actually. Apparently, it's on Hulu as well, but I'm watching it on Tubi. Because Disney Plus is acting a fool right now, which it do that sometimes on this TV. So. Why am I yawning so much? It's like doesn't even. It's weird. Yeah, but like I didn't even realize how early he was in it. I thought he came in later as well, like from my memory. But like no, he's in from like the pilot, like the very first from the very first episode. So it's cool to see him be like, I know what you look like when you grow up. Now, the actor has said publicly that he would not ever come back for a Buffy. Um, I think I'm not getting this switched up. That he would not come back for a Buffy reunion, but he would come back for a Bones reunion, that's exciting because Bones was a really good show. I mean, I don't know if they need more, um, like of the show. Frankly, like I think that they wrapped it up pretty nicely. Yeah, just Angel. Okay, cool. Um, I don't know if they need more of the Bones show. Honestly, like with Buffy, I feel like they could go more places always. You know, with like supernatural type shows. But with Bones, I feel like they kind of don't need more. Um, more show. But he said he would come back for that. This song sucks. Those shows you can use a rewatching could use a rewatching because I would sometimes miss them. Yeah, it's like we're so used to like having things on streaming now where we can watch things from the beginning to the end. No, I totally understand. But also like how they were aired and like how like it's like if you didn't sit down to watch them when they were on TV and you didn't watch the replay or whatever, like literally miss like that week or whatever and you like good luck finding when it was playing next. Um so it's so wild that we can like with how we um with how we watch things now. It's like we can actually watch things so easily from start to finish and not miss parts. It's like even things that are like more episodic, like Star Trek and things like that, which really didn't have like a through storyline. Anytime that there was a through storyline, it's like you miss one episode, you're gonna completely miss it. Yeah, yeah, and rewind and subtitles. Yep. Mm-hmm. Why am I yawning so much? I'm gonna grab like maybe like a soda. Like I drank coffee, and that was how it was fine. But I'm gonna get a soda with a little caffeine in it because it's 6 p.m. and it should not be yawning this early in my life. Well, 1 second, please. Okay, got it. Soda. Yeah, so I cleaned up a little bit in my apartment today. Just trying to kind of keep on the cleaning train of like keeping things nicer. Oh, hello, there's more people here right now. Um, Trying to keep cleaning and like kind of getting uh, my apartment back in condition of like not a horrific mess. Last week I just like I had no energy. My sleep schedule was super off, which always kind of messes with like my mood and everything really. And so my apartment, which is very small, got dirty very fast and just kind of stayed really dirty. And basically anything, just as I did the least to keep it like livable, but so my cat's trying to figure out how I can get back up. Um, and now I'm like, I gotta clean this. This is bad. So I bought some chenille yarn from uh, Hirschner's um, when they were having a sale, which is pretty much all the time. I ordered some of the Premier Chenille Basics, which is what I'm using right now. Because I was like, okay, like I do like using it and everything. But so I ordered some more yarn in that variety, and I uh, uh, I saw someone in like one of the yarn like exchange selling pages that I'm on Facebook. Someone was getting rid of a lot of blanket yarn and a lot of chenille yarn, and I was like, well, first of all, like I don't want any blanket yarn, but I was like, what are you asking for the chenille? And so like with shipping, it was gonna be like $30, and it was a good, um, it was a decent amount with a lot of good colors. So I was like, oh, okay, this could be really cool. But um, I I recently had some stuff stolen when it was shipped here, so that was pretty uh, annoying. And also, so I needed to make sure I had a place to ship it. And then also, I'm like, well, what if I start working in like amigurumi and that type of stuff with this yarn? And I realized I actually really don't like it. So then I've got like $30 more of yarn that um, to get rid of, or that's taking up space. Which I feel like there's a lot of uh, different groups and stuff to buy stuff in, that getting rid of. Oh my gosh, sorry. There was no holding that sneezing. Why am I so sneezy all of a sudden? It's not like this yarn became like dusty. Oh fuck. It's not like this yarn became dusty overnight. What's happening? Sorry, I'm like the most dramatic sneezer of all time. If you're like, trans people aren't real, trans men aren't men, you realize that that's a fucking man sneeze, right? I know that's a stupid joke, but I stand by it. I've seen a bunch of things where it's like, if you don't think trans men are men, like, and then like there's a example that's usually very funny. Okay, so okay, so going to continue this. I really don't think that this is going to be, hello, Egon the Yarn Druid. Or I hope I said your name right. If I didn't, please let me know. Druids are super cool. Well, treat people. So I know that this, because the front, the dimensions were all kind of wonky, that the other side is going to be a little weird as well, but I'm hoping that a lot of it's covered up when it's when it is, words are useful sometimes. Okay, come on, you can do it. When it's flipped inside out and then the pillow is inserted into it. So are you working on anything right now, Yarn Druid? Sorry, I just am so sneezy and like stuffy right now. Did you pass me your cold, Crystal? Very rude. Especially from like 2 time zones away. I guess I was like digging around and like organizing some of my makeup stuff, which may have been a little bit dusty, but that was like hours ago, and then I haven't been like doing any of that stuff for like Yowin, but Egon makes me really happy. Working on your first corner to corner blanket. Very cool. Those are pretty fun. I had a lot of fun working on the one that I made, so I hope you're enjoying it. Are you designing like a pixelated design, or are you doing like kind of like a color changing yarn, solid yarns? What are you kind of doing with that? I think corner to corner is really fun and really interesting type of crochet. And also, if you're doing color work with it, it adds this kind of like additional element of um, thinking about things that I think is really fun. Yeah, yeah, that makes sense. Yeah. I'm gonna pin how to say your name just in case I totally forget. Aegon's not Aegon's not Game of Thrones. It's uh the the prequel, right? I watched a little bit of that show. What is it? Like Egon Targaryen. Um, I think so, right? I don't. Yeah, it's been a while since I watched it. It wasn't really my thing. I don't generally lean into high fantasy, more of a sci-fi kind of guy myself. Um, but it's not that I don't like it. It's just that there's usually too many names. Color changing yarn. I bought a kit of witch's brew. Ooh, very nice. You finally got some. You got your hands on witch's brew, which is very difficult because it always sells out very fast. I have the goblin yarn from Hirschner's. I wanted to get the technique down before I try it with pixelated art. Ghostbusters. Oh yeah, Egon. Yeah. Um. Yeah. Oh, how could I not think of Egon? Did you watch the newest uh Ghostbusters series like of movies? They had like the Lady Ghostbusters. Um and then which I think I watched it once and I was like, it's not that bad, but it's not that good. And then they had like two movies. Um one that I don't even know. I guess I think it was just called Ghostbusters, which made it very confusing. And then the second one was like not Frozen Empire, was it? It's like Frozen something. I didn't watch that one, but I watched the first of those two movies, and they're spoiler alert. They're the family members of Egon. I'm listening to music right now, and there's a commercial for the Mission Impossible movie. Like, I can't believe like they're still doing like another one of those. It's wild. I remember watching the first one um, when I was younger, and like just kind of like the things that they pulled out, and then the ones with the Egon's kids. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, Egon's kid, Egon's grandkids. Yeah, the actress that they got to play the grandkid. I mean, good fit. Yeah, but the witch's brew yarn, that's one of the Halloween yarns. So I've bought two of them, only tried one of them. Even though there's like 8 to 10 colors now. You have a Funko Pop of her? They have a Funko Pop of her? That's so cool. I I used to collect figures. Never really got into Funko Pops. They're really cute, but I feel like I don't know. It wasn't. Um, I never collected them for some reason. Um, I knew a lot of people who did, but that's really cute. I bet that's um, a really cute. I want to look that up. What's her name again? Oh my gosh, the Ray stands with the little gun thing. That's so cute. Oh my gosh, the Funko Pop Slimer. That's awesome. I'm just looking at them now. Is her name Phoebe? Phoebe. Oh my goodness. That is a really cute Funko Pop. I love the glasses. I love the texture of the hair. That's so cute. Yeah, I missed the first year of Hirschner's Halloween yarns. Yeah, same. I mean, we all kind of did. I mean, they had such a low stock, and so if you weren't like first on it, you were done. Also, they used to have like regular yarn and then the sparkle, and then I think they got rid of the regular because they were like everyone just wants the sparkle. So when I saw the kit last year, I grabbed it. There were so many good colors, though it was hard to pick. True, so many good colors. They added two new colors this year. There's like the pastel, like phenom or something, and then there's one that's like I don't know how many colors. Yeah, but I think there's 10. Let's uh let's check it out together. I always love, sometimes I'll share my screen um, so that, we can look at things together. So let me pull it up first and then, but Witch's Brew is also the one that is the most popular. It goes, muted myself. It goes, people people buy it up the fastest. Oh god. Sometimes when I split screen on this laptop, it's annoying. So this is Witch's Brew, right? Um, Also, if you have never crocheted with these yarns, they're huge. I just one of these skeins is this big. It's like what is it? Almost 750, 800 yards. Wait, no, I'm thinking of the other one. Sorry, this one's almost 500 yards. So, oh, you can't see me at all. Well, that's just cool. So when I showed you what it was supposed to look like, you couldn't see anything. Okay, so like one of these 500-ish yard balls is like this big. It's a lot of yarn. It's a 4-weight yarn. It has a sparkle thread going throughout it. Witch's Brew is the most popular, pretty much always out of stock. Sorcerer came out a year or two ago. It's not my colors because I'm not really into like pink yarn at all. There's Halloween Party. This is the only one other than Candy Corn that doesn't have black, if I'm not mistaken. I know that, or I thought about that because I was thinking about doing like a tapestry or mosaic with black and one of these yarns. So yeah, Sorcerer, Halloween Party, Witch's Brew, Beautiful, and Candy Corn were, I believe, in the first year. So I think there were only 4. Then they released Goblin. Goblin's very pretty. I would say if you're wondering how long the stripes are, I would consider this a short striping yarn. I got the Beautiful. It's very pretty. And then, Monster Mash. So here's the Pastel Phenom. And so yeah, if you like this like lighter pink and wanted something like this, you could buy it here. Also, this yarn is on sale right now. I think, yeah, isn't Pastel Phenom pretty? But I don't see Halloween in it. And then the Monster Mash is pretty, but to me, I just don't know how to make those colors work. I mean, like you could just do a project in them, not change what you're working with. So this is a sparkle yarn. Normally it is, I think, $8.99, and it's on sale for $5.97 right now, which is a great deal because it's so much yarn. It's softest yarn, but it's not scratchy, and with a metallic strand going throughout it, I think that's pretty impressive. So there are 8 colors. I was incorrect. There are not 10, there are 8. So yeah, and Hirschner's always, pretty much always has a sale going. So with something like this, it'll tell you what's on sale, but oftentimes there will be a banner up here with another sale that they're having going on. You can only do 1 coupon at a time. So yeah, the Pastel Phenom is pretty. They're not my colors. But when I saw the Goblin, I was like, oh my gosh. And then I didn't get a chance to get it the first time. And now we're in the days of potentially being like kind of waiting to see what Big Twist is going to be able to show us, or like what Big Twist is going to be able to offer now that it is going to be under Hirschner's. And so I heard from another live, and then I went and checked myself. So I heard someone said Mary Maxim has Big Twist, and I was like, what? Like, let me go check. So I went on Mary Maxim. Mary Maxim does have Big Twist in one variety. If you know Big Twist, you know that there are like 80 different varieties of yarn that Big Twist had at Joann Fabrics. But they just have the big solids. So it's not this, it doesn't have Big Twist value. It doesn't, like, none of that. It's just oh man, I kind of made this smaller than I wanted to. Oopsies. This is a really fucked up like pillow. I feel like I need to remake at least part of it to make it kind of the same size at the top and the bottom. do things as I love my sister. Do things as I love my sister. Do things as I love my sister. So I'm frogging this because I'm trying to follow like the edges of the first pillow, but it's just, I feel like it's just not looking right, and the sizing, it's just getting so small, and I don't like what's happening here. I'm gonna put a stitch marker up. I just like, I don't know. It's so annoying because it like, all of this like looks like it should work out. Like everything's laying flat and not just like, I just don't know why it's so bad. Because it's like at the top, it's like 4 stitches shorter, or 4 stitches wider. Like, and I think it's because of how I attach the sides. Also, the bottom, when I made the Edward side, it was too big, so like it makes sense that that is the wrong size. But you can kind of see here maybe like how much the stitch different. So the Edward pillow sides are all fucked up, but they're not as fucked up as I'm making them with the pink. And the pink pillow that I was making and attaching the sides with was coming out smaller. So it went from being too big, and then I frogged it, remade it, and it was too small. I frogged this pillow like in different parts of this pillow like so many freaking times. And I just like, I don't know, because like I know I can see where I added stitches, and if I take into account where there are extra stitches, I'm ending up with a more misshapen pillow than it should be. And I don't understand why. I just don't understand. I think maybe one part is how I was attaching things on this side. I don't know. This is so annoying. And also I'm trying to not have like huge gaps on the sides. The insert could help, yeah, but it's like, it's gonna help it look a little bit more even, but it's so, I mean, the 4 stitches, 4 or 5 stitches, I mean, that's like almost 2 inches of the top and bottom being a different size. So it's gonna look kind of wonky either way. So I'm gonna add some length to the, or width to the bottom, so that it will look a little bit more even. Also, like, it's definitely not as wide as the Edward size side, and I don't need to eliminate like stitches on either side, but not on the side where I want to put some text because I need as much room as I can. It's not like there are some points where I'm like, okay, the insert is gonna help. Like here where the stitch count got messed up, I'm like, okay, the insert's gonna save that. But then it started to go like it was just going like in like further and further, and I'm like, what the hell? It's shaped like a fucking hourglass. So it's annoying. Okay, so I'm on the row where I'm gonna start trying again. Are the different yarns actually different weights, or different fiber composition can affect how they pull? I think that the second is probably true. Um, Now this side is done with mosaic crochet, and every other row is except a couple are done with they're alternating blanket yarn that sparkles and chenille yarn that are both uh, 6 weight, and then this is all of the 6 weight chenille in single crochet. Um, uh, so it could be the width of the stitch or something like that. Oh, I'm not. I how do you block a pillow like this? I I mean, I could steam block it. Like, I mean, I feel like you can only steam block so much. I don't feel like I could steam block this to the size that needs to be. The top is massive, but even if I go down a couple inches and try to match up that size, it's just like a pillow that's kind of shaped a little bit like this. But I also need to like top stitch on this, so I need it to be large enough for me to be able to put my text on it. It's not going to be just a blank back. I can't just leave it like it is, unfortunately. Like, I hear what you all are saying, but I can't. I can't do that. Like, it's very noticeable. It's very noticeable. It's very fucked up. It's very fucked up looking. And I didn't count my stitches as I was going across and as I was attaching them to the side, so it's possible that I'm dropping and adding stitches. Kind of just, I've never blocked anything. I'm about to try it with a cotton choker I made. I've only blocked one thing, and it ruined it completely. I made a witch hat using some of the Big Twist Pride yarn. Wait, no, it was the Hirschner, no, Big Twist Halloween yarn, and it just took all of it. I overstretched it, and it ended up not being what it was. And that's not saying that blocking is bad or anything. I just did didn't do it at the right place and the right time. And blocking cotton is different than um, blocking a natural a fat fiber is different than blocking plastic, because obviously you can't apply too much heat. It's got to have some moisture to keep it from melting. And then I've never ever heard of anyone blocking chenille or blanket yarn. It might exist. If it does exist, Crystal will know. But I've never heard of anyone doing it, because I don't even I don't even know how that would work. But it the sizing is so different, like throughout, and pulling in different places, that I had to frog. It was, if trust me, if I if I thought that there was a way that I didn't have to frog, I would continue. But especially being like 2 rows from the end, but it was bad. It was that bad. So just how it is. Probably would have been better if I did count my stitches, but we've come this far. I'm gonna start counting my stitches now, you fool. And I'm also uh, crocheting with the inside, or sorry, the outside of the pillows on the inside. So I'm attaching them, uh, and then I'm gonna flip them before I attach the zipper. Um, so it'll hide all of the, you know, whatnot going on inside of the pillows. Or pillow. This is just one. Why am I so tired? Ooh, hiss. I asked Crystal what she's working on. I was like, I told you what I'm working on. I'm not sure about now, but I know earlier a couple days ago, she was working on some really cute little kitty cats that were very adorable, that she freehanded, that were awesome. I haven't figured out how to Bluetooth connect to this TV yet. That was like came installed. It was so cute, and it had like a little butthole. That's so funny. I love cats. They're just little comedians, and demons, and angels. But I haven't figured out how to Bluetooth connect my headphones to my TV yet, because I would love to be multitasking by being able to crochet and connect my headphones to my TV, so I can watch more Buffy. Not once, like, it's always so fun to like start binge watching a show, then you kind of like fiend for it. You're like, okay, ready like to watch it again. Not all first seasons of a show are good, but thus far, like it just picked up action like so quickly that you just really don't you don't have to think or sit around and wait for action to happen. It just is so it happens pretty quickly. Just cleaning around the craft room. I was like claft, and I was like, "What is wrong?" So I was like, "Something's wrong with my mouth and brain connection." Meh. That's what I'm working on. Hey, that is a noble cause. You'll never get me. No, I'm just kidding. I mean to clean more crafty sections of my room soon. I mean, I have been cleaning my makeup area because that was the biggest calamity of all time. And especially with like, nothing motivates you to clean like the potential or the definite nature of like someone coming over to your house and someone's going to be pet sitting for me while I'm at my sister's wedding. And so I need to have my room not look freaking terrible. It's a good show like that. I'm considering getting Netflix back to rewatch Wednesday. Mm-hmm. Makes sense. Yeah, I thought Wednesday was pretty good. I like the spins and different approaches that they did on Wednesday. So I'm excited to see season 2 and how that plays out. I was really happy with who the villain of season 1 turned out to be. I have so much setting up to. I think I need to find permanent places for a couple things. Yes, I get that. I also just got like a really small sewing machine so that I could, because I wanted to start like upcycling clothes, and I don't want to have like a bunch of like raw cotton edges for like t-shirts and stuff like that, or if I'm doing jeans, like being able to sew edges is helpful, and it was very cheap, but also I um, sorry, I just can't hand. I can hand sew, but it falls apart immediately. So it's not my forte. I'm very slow at it. Uh, yeah, it's tidying up is a sad but true thing that we crafters have to do, because especially the more crafts you do, the more it's like, how do I organize this and all this stuff. It's And then half the time I organize things and then I can never find it again because I'm like, where would I put this? And because I don't know how I would do it. Half black and white, half multicolor cardigan, like the window. That would be very, very pretty. I think that would be very nice. There's this, we looked at a yarn the other day. I think it was either on the Premiere website or on the Hirschner's and Premiere website. I'm trying to remember what it was called, but it was like, it looked like it might be a boucle yarn, but it kind of looked like stained glass. I'm gonna see if I can find it. But it was very pretty. I mean, I think the I just put hurt again. uh, uh, that's a new one. Okay, so is it Premiere? But I think the balls are pretty small, and therefore you would need like a ton. It's Spice Shop by Premiere. It's depending on what yarn weight you like. 80% acrylic, 20% wool, 6 super bulky weight, 3.5 ounces, 100 grams, 109 yards. So like depending on actually pretty much any way you slice it, that's pretty not small amount of yarn, but 6 weight will get you through it faster. But this is the yarn that I was like, that looks like stained glass. Not that you asked me for yarn input, but I just wanted to share that I found yarn that looked like stained glass. Okay, so it's starting to look a little bit better. It's not pulling on the other side of the pillow as much. Added a little bit more. I know it's so pretty, right? Let's do a slip stitch on that. Okay, I'm gonna get them stretch. If you are above the age of 27, I encourage you to get up and stretch as well, because God knows these bones ain't what they used to be, right? Yeah. Right. The Hobby Horizon, or Hobie, depending on how you say it, number 18 and number 6. I've never bought any of the big Hobie cakes before. The Horizon is very pretty. I love the Universe as well, I think. Like the Universe ones. I've bought their like smaller things of cotton. So this just has the yarn. So let's see. So you want a Horizon. Let me pull you over here and we'll split screen. This is really not showing anything right now. I don't know why my screen's being so trifling, but okay. Okay, so what is going on here? Nope, you don't send. Why? I swear I tried to put a Z there and it just didn't work. This has always been such a beautiful yarn to me. I just never know what to do with self-shaping yarn. I just feel completely like my brain is like, you shall not think anything. Okay, this is a really terrible site to split screen on. This is going to be a little bit of a shuffling around of things. It's going to be pretty annoying. So just a heads up. Oh, and Nightbot just decided to drop every fucking thing. Okay. So I'm going to try to... Oh, gosh. Okay, so you said number 18 and number 6. So let's see, where are we at? Okay, because they're all really beautiful. Like, I can't find one that I have beef with, if I'm being honest. A 6, yeah, obviously, you know, that one's amazing. And then you said number 18. Ooh, with the pastel rainbow. Nice. That is good. I like that a lot. Those are great choices. Great choices. Oh my gosh, just such beautiful. And say wait if I'm not. Yeah, light worsted. Very nice. I like those colors a lot. Great choices. Great vision. Crystal. No, Crystal. I'm told we don't need more yarn, but what does need and more yarn have to do with us getting more yarn? Because we just simply deserve it for being awesome. Oh my gosh, that face is so creepy. Next time it goes on sale, I think I'm going to get 7 and 2 to do a Melody Chromie theme one too. Okay, maybe me open it back up. That's so rude. Okay, so I can see 2 right here on the page. Now I'm going to share. Share. Okay, so this is 2 gorgeous, perfect colors. You said 6. Wait, did you say 6? You said 7. Ugh. Doing all this on a tiny little laptop was not. I like that. Very pretty. Honestly, any single one of these color combinations. Very rarely do I look at one of these, like a set of cakes like this, and I'm like, wow, every single color is a winner. But no, every single color is a winner in this one. I'm over this. What are you talking about? What is this shape that you put? I can't see it because I use a dark background. It's a little purple thing. Are you speaking? I don't know. Is that like a speaking symbol? They are also nice. Yeah, that's good. Okay. This is this as in cleaning yarn. Oh, yes. I'm trying not to like get the tails stuck in between the crocheting. Yeah, the thing is, the more you clean yarn and craft rooms, I feel like it kind of does two things simultaneously. You're like, oh, I have too much stuff. And then it also is like, I have room for more stuff. So it can be a little bit dangerous sometimes if you're a very impulsive person like I am. Cleaning sucks, but it's better with company. Yes, definitely. I also feel like this is like I like to do like body doubling, where like if I just like watch someone, go team. Uh, I feel like body doubling and having someone to like talk to or watch or anything like that that kind of feels like it keeps you accountable, but no one's really pressuring you to do anything. That's a technique that they they talk about with like ADHD, but I think it's helpful to a lot of people. It's just like feeling like someone else is there so that you don't like wander off and into the ether and you know get unfocused. it's so annoying to have to like rotate the whole project every single row, which I know a lot of projects are like that, where you have to like move them or move yourself around them depending on the project. And I'm finding a good amount of scrap yarn. I have like there's a little cup holder thing and this little stand that I have my laptop on, and been putting all the scraps from the top that I'm doing on it, and I'm just gonna throw them in my polyfill bag. I'm like, this is as complicated as I'm gonna get with it. No, like an arm workout. I don't remember what you're talking about. Sorry, I forgot it. Um, but yeah, I'm just gonna put it in the polyfill. But when you find scrap yarn, you can do a lot with it, especially with someone having some fiber blending skills like yourself. If you don't follow Crystal's channel, Crystal makes some really gorgeous yarn blends. Like the turning of the project, is it like an arm? Uh, it's more just like it's like a full body exercise, which is so weird that I'm like against it because I'm so super fit. Um, but uh, yeah, it's more so just like you don't even realize you're getting in like to a different position, and then you have to like move it, and you're doing all this dumb stuff that makes you just feel like you're like, how bad did I let my back and my shoulders get and my hands get? Row 46. It's getting to the point where one row a night is no longer a given. Yes. Yeah, they can. Oh, yeah, I know that Alt Knots did a crochet along that had a corner to corner blanket in it, and I was like, it was like base. I from the little I looked into it, it was like basically do the same number of rows every night or something like that. And I was like, the middle rows are crazy long. But I think if I recall correctly, they did adjust for it, and I did not do the crochet along. But I think they were actually doing. No, they had made a graph that they were following along with, and people were doing it. Crochet along with. Yes, that's going to need huge muscles, not big white spaghetti noodle of the tiny white spaghetti noodle arms, which is definitely not what I have right now. Ugh, what the hell? The slip stitch is not slipping. I wish I had a back pillow that also supported my ass. I feel like I'm never gonna let this go. It's so annoying. So sometimes I do impress myself. Gotta be honest with you. Okay, so now I'm getting back to the part where I wrap the yarn up. So that's always a little annoying of a time to get to, but I'm just gonna unroll a little bit at a time and work this row as we work our way back to where we already. Oh my gosh, I've never seen someone do an ass the other that way. That is not what I expected, but I appreciate that. Yes, the ass pillow. That's so funny. Okay, so I have a little knot right here. Hopefully it's just a little nothing. Yep. Thankfully, it was nothing. Somewhere, wherever that pillow ended up, someone has a very comfortable ass right now, and good for them. Also, I'm excited to get to the part where Pedro Pascal is in Buffy. I'm not gonna lie, because I am a significant fan of his work and face. I'll put 2 in that one. Okay, no. One of my sides is higher than the other. Okay, cool. Okay, we're gonna have to get creative. Well, that's part of the reason, right? What was I doing here? I just needed a frog leap. Ooh, I did it now. I'm going to get some water and stretch. Love that for you. Self-care, super important, especially on these bigger projects. Oh, they are rough sometimes. Okay. Yes, woo! Okay, so we're back to get to this point. So you can see that it's still a little tighter than the bottom, but it's not that bad. Also, right here, you can really see where those extra stitches were. But, you know, hopefully everything will be covered with the turning of the inside out and the zipper addition. I'm going to keep going until we're done or until 11 when I got to go to bed. Understandable. Stay as long as you like. Leave when you like. You're always welcome here. If you're cool, yeah, always welcome here. What time zone are you in? Just out of curiosity. Because it's like 7:30 p.m. my time. I'm in Pacific time. Eastern, it's 10:30 here. Yep, I am from the East Coast myself, so I understand the time difference is always a little hectic. I moved to the West Coast in October of last year, so has taken me a little while to get used to contacting my family and stuff. Because I'm like, oh, I need to call so and so, and then I'm like, oh, it's super late there. I should not do that. But that's when I think about things. So, oops. Also, it's like making my leg like super sweaty because it's like 2 layers of blanket, like really thick blanket on my leg. But that's okay. Did I just do one in that? I did 2. Okay. Twice for short vacation, San Diego and Portland. Be happy in either, I think. Yeah, I spent a little time in San Diego, but I didn't get out much because I was in like medical treatment. Uh, but it seems like the weather there is is nice and people were cool. I've never been to Portland. Heard I've heard so many different things about Portland. Just depends on who you ask. Like it seems cool. But yeah, then you hear like the odd, like, less cool thing about it, and you're like, I don't know. Yeah, it's very warm, and I don't like it. Even though I have my fan on, my air conditioning on, it's still like too hot for me. We're finally getting to the point where I can get back to the center pole of this little baby. Yeah, I don't know how anyone makes these big, like, heavy, thick projects in the summertime. It's just too warm. I tried to finish this last night, but I was also working on the top, the like festival top commission that I got, and uh, this yarn was splitting so much, and I was having such a hard time with it. I complained for just like the whole time I was dealing with it. I admit that I was just a whiny complainer, but it just was splitting so bad that I had to keep my left hand tension really tight and just to keep it to keep the shape at all of making the shape cord going up, and it is uh, so by the time that got I moved on to this project, and then I was like, well, my hand still hurts, so I figured I could start with this. Also, this is going to be going to my sister before would insist on sitting in my lap on the blanket I was making. Thank goodness for AC. Yeah, so I was trying to make this, and my cat got on top of it, and I was like, rude. You're so rude. Um, Even the sweetest cats are like a little bit like tiny little shits. Like they can't help it. It's in their blood that they have to make something a little chaotic. Otherwise, are they really cats? Zelda is a very cute name for a cat, by the way. Don't want to let that be unnoticed. So he said, "Is this for me?" Yeah, he didn't ask. He just assumed. Um, I mean, I have the picture on my Facebook, but I don't have it on. Uh, I can I have it on my phone. Let me pull it up. Ugh, I hate this update. I don't know how to get to the other, like, I can't change my lighting settings, so I don't know if you can. There you go. You can see Scottrick on the project. That's the back of the Edward pillow. And a little rude sometimes. That's why we love them. Yes, that's why we worship them. So my cat looks like a little Muppet baby. He has eyes that are huge. He's solid black. He's a Scottish fold. He's the sweetest little traumatized guy. But oh my gosh, it's like, could you not pick a better spot, my friend? Like, really, bro? So, um, so you've finished row 46, which is amazing. And a quarter blanket. Yeah, those places where you do like one row a day. It's like, it's what you got to do. But what's in the project queue? What's coming up? What is kind of a work in progress that you're excited to get back to, or that you go to when you're not feeling the huge project vibes? I know some people are really good and disciplined about staying on one project at a time, but that's never gonna be me. I even when I don't have that much space, I find a way to make uh, every place be a multi-project catastrophe. Yeah, he's very cute. I'm a lucky guy. Oh, so hot. And then I also yesterday, um, hey Jessica, welcome in. You snuck right in there. I almost want finish a cherry blossom bucket hat. Oh, that's fun. Oh, my leg is so sweaty. I I also am gonna have to switch yarn when I sew in the zipper because the holes that I make in the side of the zipper um, with the melting fort technique that I was talking about yesterday um, are they're going to be too small to put my hook into, and so I'm going to need to probably switch to a worsted weight yarn. In fact, I might, yeah, I'm gonna figure out how I want to. Um, make sure I position it correctly. Oh, yes. And thank you for reminding me, Crystal. Happy birthday, Jessica. You and the birthday twins. Bouquet of flowers and cherry blossom is one of our favorite flowers. Yeah, cherry blossoms are so gorgeous. That would be quite beautiful, I imagine. Yeah, if you you can post it on Army of Weirdos, which is a Facebook group. If you want to join that, you can come up if you want to. If you have it near you, um, and want to show off your progress. I know you are about to get offline, but for bed. So, um, but if you want to ever post work that you're doing, I have this Facebook group. It's called Army of Weirdos. The picture is a green pillow, although I'm probably going to change it soon. Yeah, and yes, please, thank you. That would be great. I think there are a couple Army of Weirdos groups, but ours is the one that has a green pillow. So it's easy to identify. And then show your work. I post questions, tips, uh, other work that I find exciting, and I think, you know, and other people post work that they like too. Um, so always looking for people to be. Of course, yeah. Sorry I couldn't be there longer. Yeah, I wanted to be, but there's just not enough hours in the day. There just really aren't enough hours in the day. Okay, so I'm very close to being at the end here, because I'm going to attach to this row, and then I kind of have uh, two more rows, and then I will be at the same length as the Edward pillow, and then I'm going to flip them inside out and figure out how I'm going to do this text. So I'm, but even with that being said, this is so hot on my lap that I can't stand it another second, and I'm so close to finishing, but I I need some space. We need some space because it's too hot. Um, it's so warm. I did finish one side of the cord. Now I make mine. So it does have like a natural stretch due to the shape of it, and also that it's acrylic. But I make my cords extra long so that people can have plenty of room to tie, depending on their bodies. But this is going to be the outside of this cup, or could be the outside, flip, whatever. Um, yeah, it came together pretty fast once I stopped griping about it. Who knew? Complaining about something makes it last longer. And I just was like, okay, I know this yarn is going to split, and I just have to deal with that. Okay, so I The cups are with a 5.5 millimeter hook, based on the pattern that I had, which I always kind of feel like is a little bit large of a hook size for a top, because the yarn gets stretched, you can see through it a little bit, but that's just what the pattern said, so I did it. But I'm using a 4 millimeter for the strap, because I wanted to have it be nice and compact. And then I also altered the strap pattern so that it would be a little bit more even. So it has a 3 double crochet. You chain up 3, and then you do a 3 double crochet cluster on one side. And how do you do a 3 double crochet cluster on the other side? But the problem with that is if you just did that, one of your sides was clearly larger than the other because it had a chain in it rather than just a single piece of yarn, or single part of a double crochet. So I made it a 4 double crochet cluster, and then instead of doing 2 chains in between the 2 clusters, I moved it to 1 chain. So I basically changed every part of it, but just kind of adjusted it to make whatever to kind of make it my what I wanted it to look like. I wish I had either. So I would love to hear some feedback. So if people sell wearables or anything like that, if you are not going to wear them yourself and you don't have someone to wear them, and you don't have a dress form or figure, or even one of those plastic body shape things that people put things in windows with, how do you show your items well? Because I feel like I just don't know how to show this well. When I initially made this, I took a picture in it. I didn't show the back, and now I want a picture of the back, but I would also like not a picture of me because it makes me feel super gross to see that listing. So I'm trying to figure out a way to take a picture of this top, but I don't know how what the best way to do it would be. So any advice would be helpful. You used a hanger before to display. I have done that for some wearables, and I do like that for some wearables, especially like shirts and stuff like that. But I feel like with the back, and then oh, no worries. Just how to display wearables when you don't have anyone to wear them, you don't have a dress form, and especially like a festival top that it's kind of because the back of this top. I mean, I don't know anyone this size to wear it. I am the closest person to this size to wear it, and I just can't. I can't do it again. I mean, I just really don't want to. It just makes me feel gross. So, um, yeah, I guess the thing with the back is like, so the back is like supposed to be kind of like stretched and then tied up with a corset back. Um, yeah, I mean, a crochet dress form. I mean, the thing is, like, there are a lot of homemade ways to, a lot of ways to hand make a crochet dress form, but it would fit only you. The good thing about the ones that, the sewing dress forms that you buy, is that they're adjustable in size so that you can try different sizes and things on. Um, People, what a lot of people do is they wrap themselves in saran wrap and then they duct tape it, um, and then they cut the saran wrap and duct tape off of them, and then they fill it either with polyfill or something like that over a pillow. Hmm. Yeah, I just wanted to make the back look good, and I feel like I'm just really bad at taking pictures that look good on Etsy, and so I'm trying to get better pictures on Etsy, but I also am not going to put this on and feel like dysphoric and want to cut my fucking face off. Um, so, but yeah, dress forms are tricky because to make them, and I don't mean to be to like shoot down. I feel like sometimes I'm just like shooting down ideas like left and right, and I feel really bad because I'm like, if I truly am like thinking about it, but um, the thing I was thinking about the most. Well, so this is for commission, so I'm making it to be sold. And it's like if someone's already bought it, so I'd have to make another one, and it would fit that person specifically, and I would probably be giving it away for free, which isn't a terrible thing if I really want to make them and sell them. Um, but I was trying to kind of avoid the making it for free. And then a lot of the people I know here are like so much smaller. I don't know many people who are like even above a C cup here, which is very different than my entire, like everyone I knew who had a chest in uh, North Carolina. So I don't know what's going on. Uh, I mean, partially, but I do. But so yeah, so it's like I'm trying not to lose money on it. I'm trying to, but also I'm trying to just have it. I thought about like having it like stretched over a chair and then like pinned just so that people could see the back, like the chair back. Yeah, if you find me on the Facebook group, we can talk about it. Sent me a photo idea. Oh, sorry, I'm just seeing request. I just saw that there was a it said that I saw your request to get in, Jessica, and then I honestly like don't know where it went. I hate this fucking update. Sorry, my phone update ruined everything. Like, I can't find shit anymore. Like, your request is completely gone, and I can't find it. And I can't find it in my Facebook fucking notifications, and it's just gone. Yeah, that's cute. I'm so I'm sorry. I don't know. I'm trying to get you into Army of Weirdos, and I can't see your request right now. Maybe manage pending approvals. It says there's no pending approvals. I'd almost want to do a white T-shirt over the chair, then the piece, so that you're only seeing the back. That's smart. I like that. Or even like I don't have a white T-shirt because I wear dark clothes, but I have like a white pillowcase. You just did a post. How'd you get in? It's a private group. Maybe I clicked it and didn't mean to. Also, sometimes I can't see people's posts until a little bit after, but I didn't let you, I don't think I pressed the button to let you in, so I don't know how you would be in it. Okay, let's see. Okay, it says I have one new member. Okay, and it says you're in there. Yeah, it says you're the new member. Maybe I did click it. Yeah, usually I can't see someone's new post until like a little bit after. Because I can't see your new post, and this is annoying. I'm annoying. I didn't know you could approve people for me. Okay, cool. Thank you. Okay, I swear I was like losing my mind. Crystal, don't do this to me. I literally have cognitive impairment on multiple levels. I was like, where'd she go? She was just there. Yeah, once I can see that post, I don't. Okay. Crystal also sent me a message on Facebook. I approved. It said, reads the chat. I approved her request. Whoops. No, it's my. I will see it one day. Just so you know, Jessica, I will see it one day and I will like it. But right now, I cannot like it because I cannot see it because Facebook. Yeah, I truly don't think I knew before this second. I mean, I refreshed several times. It'll be there when it's meant to be there for me. I've always had this problem when people post something. They're like, I just posted something in Army of Weirdos, and it takes me hours to see it, and I'll get a notification. I gotta get going. I'm in the Facebook group under my normie name. I posted some older pics. I'll do some updates tomorrow, probably. Cool. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. Can't wait to see you on there, and hopefully I'll see you around these YouTube streets. Sleep well. Of course. I mean, it's I would say that, I mean, like, I don't know if this sounds like a Miss America answer, but like, honestly, I just wanted that group to be able to easily share stuff with people. Like, if I saw a cool pattern, like showing other people what other people had done, or sharing a free pattern, a place where other people could share their work if they didn't want to come up on the live and show it. So really, like, it's not like, I don't think about it as like my group or like my fan club. You even saying that is like, it's just a group of people who like looking at all kinds of creative and funny posts. I'm so annoyed at my phone right now. Like, my audio got turned down. Like, getting, yeah, that would be super fun. And if you, I mean, I know it's probably late where everybody is right now, but anytime anyone that's cool wants to come up, I'm not against it. Um, I just, I don't drop my link often because sometimes like having people up is so much energy, and like you never know what's gonna happen, so you gotta stay on your toes a little bit. Um, freaking. Uh, there it is. There's no pressure to come in right now if you don't want to. But yeah, always welcome to come up on a live with me, if you're cool and respectful and all that of, all the different types of folks we get in here on Army of Weird, or in Ian's Weirdo Emporium. You know, that's really, really my only requirement of of folks, because I love seeing what people are making and seeing how creative other people are. It's so fun. Shut up, Crystal. Crystal, you replenish my energy. Crystal's one of the ones that I don't have to like sit on the edge of my seat going like, oh gosh, what are they gonna say next? But just because that means that someone's like that doesn't mean that they're necessarily like not good to have on here. Sometimes I just don't post the link if I need kind of to take a little backseat from hosting a panel. I used to like have people up all the time. Like when I first came back to YouTube for crochet, I used to have people up all the time, and it was so exhausting. And you're just kind of like, you feel like you're kind of herding cats. You know what I mean? And I got really tired of it, and I really got burnt out. And then I just couldn't stop doing it as much. It just was too much for me. And then only recently did I start. It's true. It's true. Um, but yeah, lives can go so many different ways. So having like safe, cool people on live makes it much better. But the same thing can be said about the chat, like you don't know who's going to come up in the chat. I mean, if you put the link out for anyone, anyone could try to come up. You don't necessarily have to let them come up, but like anyone can come in the chat and start saying all kinds of stuff and like whatever. And part of being, of going live and stuff like that is that you like don't know if those people are going to come up. And a lot of people, I feel like a lot of people don't understand understand why. I don't. That's not how I want to say it. I don't want to say that they don't understand it. I just want to, like, when a YouTuber talks about burnout, it's like, it, or someone who posts on YouTube. There's so much of it that comes from like controlling, like the piece of like the situation and making sure everyone's playing nice in the sandbox and all that stuff, and hoping that people like what you're posting, and all that stuff. So it's really easy to get burnout. And I've seen a ton of people get burnout. I've got burnout myself when I tried to really hour 30, maybe we can hug that after. Potentially. I'm making no promises because I started this live stream like over 2 hours ago by yawning. So I'm not sure where I'll be at that time. But yeah, if I'm on, you're welcome up. Yeah. Just yeah, give me a heads up in the chat if I'm on, because I have my mute on, and so I won't hear the little noise, and I'll just like be none the wiser. I don't. There's so much like makeup powder. It's gonna like, and I'm gonna be like, my keyboard's not working, and they're gonna think the worst, and then there's just gonna be a bunch of makeup in the keyboard. But yeah, just give me a heads up in the chat. Yeah, support all the lives you want, you can, and or whatever you want to do. It's all good. So one of the things that I I said that I did, and I did do in my first attempt at this, is I I on the strap that goes around the back, I made it a little wider. I made it about 1.5 inches, 2 inches, and then I had pieces of plastic boning, and then I did like a corset lacing in between so that people could get it to like really fit them. Because again, I'm all about like if you're wearing a top like this and you have this size cup, like you're gonna want security in your top to make sure that it stays on. You know, at least in my personal experience. So uh, you so I put the lacing feature in there, but I don't know where to buy uh, corset boning that's just like two little pieces that's ultimately going to be about this amount. I've had a couple thoughts of what I might use instead of boning, because now that Joanne Fabrics is out of business, I can't just go buy like a small amount of boning. I would need, um, I'd probably have to buy like 2 yards of it off of a website or something, unless I could find a store nearby, and even then, I'm not sure. I'll poke you on Messenger. If you're able, we'll chat. And not okay. I'm gonna tap the Facebook thing up. Boning, I don't know about it. Yeah, so that's what they put in corsets. So cheaper corsets, they use plastic boning. In fancier ones, they'll use generally like like stainless steel boning. Um, and so I'm thinking of, I have a couple like uh, plastic palette knives that are like flat and like are used to like mix like paints, like acrylic paints and stuff. And I think that I might use one of those as kind of like a substitute. Plastic boning isn't like the most firm, but it's also not super weak. I think that the palette knives might be a little too weak, but also I don't really know what else to use. So nope, that's not. I don't want a 4. It's a 5. And then you also have to kind of encase it in whatever fabric or crochet or whatever you're making it with, because you don't want it to come out and poke who's ever wearing it. So that's not fun. But it basically just gives structure, and it gives structure, and then it also, if you're doing like a lacing type of situation, we have anything lace up that you really want to be secure, it can provide a lot of security, security to it. which is why corsets have so much of boning, so much boning in them, so that you can really like jam on that lacing and it doesn't break. Um, Especially if it's the really high quality stuff. You own a corset. Say less about it. I'm just kidding. Hey Zach, welcome in. You came in at the perfect time. Slut shaming time. No, I own several. Yeah, so that's like hard, like kind of straight up and down parts and stuff like that. Those are uh, like sewn within the fabric. That's where the boning. Uh, they call it the channels for the boning. What are you up to tonight, Zach? I always come in at bad times. You're assuming that there's like a good time to come in. That like this wouldn't happen every single second. So I think it's us and not you. I've actually looked into making corsets with crochet. There's a couple patterns that I found, but they're more so just like they uh, I think they just look like corsets or like pieces that you put at your waist. I don't think that there's any like boning channels in there to actually hold boning, because thinking about like the yarn and how like the tension of the yarn um, in those types of projects are pretty intimidating. Watching YouTube, but I'm gonna study the driver's handbook tomorrow. Nice. Honestly, I've been driving for a long ass time, but when I looked at the LA, like the California driving test, I was like, I've never seen any of this stuff before. Like this doesn't exist in North Carolina, or like they're like, if just like all of the questions, I was just like, what? And like, what is this like? There were so many sections where I was like, I have no idea. It's time to get my license. Very nice. Proud of you, Zach. It's a big step. Big step towards independence. Whatever level of independence you're comfortable with. Practice test 2. Nice. Okay, so this is what I have so far on this side, and I still have probably about 8 inches left. And then I'm gonna do a few more and then see the actual number left I need to do. I figure I'm turning 31 in July. My parents won't be around forever, so it's time. We're proud of you. I'm just gonna speak for everyone. We're proud of you. Yeah, studying first is a good call. Fully support that decision. Woo woo. Scotty. Scotty, where'd you go? Where'd you go, Scotty? He's been under the bed like all afternoon. I don't know how to organize this yarn. Yeah, that's always a uh, fun experience trying to figure out. Nervous but excited at the same time. The good thing about it is like you get to kind of do it at a pace that's your own. You you're studying right now. Like no one's gonna like push you into like a car like right this second and be like be a perfect driver. That's not generally how it goes. Um, it's like okay, well you're gonna study, you're gonna figure out what the you like. I don't know exactly how the driver's tests where you are. But like there's the written part and the practical part, and so like you also like learn how to drive behind the wheel of a car as well before you ever are on a street by yourself with no one in the car. um, I don't know like with age restrictions whether or not they force you to get a permit or not. I mean, um, I know that I had to get a learner's permit where I had to have someone in the car for a certain period of time while I was learning how to drive, but I don't know how that works, uh, you know, with different places and um, times that people get licenses and stuff like that. So, but I know that you're perfectly capable of it, and just one step at a time. You're gonna do great. I believe in you. You can do it. Okay, so right here. Splitty ass fucking yarn. Michaels. Why couldn't have you been the sacrificial lamb? Okay, this one, 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 this one. Okay, so I need to do. Okay, I'm gonna put my stitch marker in right here. From the stitch that I marked. Oh, did I kind of miss? Shit, I gotta do this again. Okay. Lining them up. Find this. It probably would be easier just to count them, but no, I'm lining them up. So, more opportunity to fail, I suppose, but then I don't have to count. Because I'm lazy. Okay. I have to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Perfect 10. Carrie, girlfriend. How are you? I'm making part of a commission for like a festival, Pride Festival top. So this is what one like cup and strap looks like. It's kind of curling at the edge, but and there's going to be fringe, rainbow fringe coming off of it at the front, which is always fun. Now that I think about it, it would be really cool to have fringe going around like all of it. Maybe I can make that an option because then it would matter less about because that would look nice. I won't have time to actually do it. Yeah, never mind. A lot of people don't come to my shop for like festival tops and stuff like that because I don't price my festival tops, uh, very competitively because I'm not the kind of person who makes them in like 2 hours. So therefore, I don't charge them. You're okay, me? I'm doing okay. I'm like a little overheated. I was working on my Twilight pillow that I'm working on for my sister's wedding, and I'm like 2 rows away from the end, and it was just getting to be too warm on my lap, and I just was like, I've had it. So I had to give it up for a little bit so that I could cool back down. So this is so I could not find this pattern on Etsy anymore. I know I got it from Etsy. Honestly, like pretty much it's the same pattern as like every top that is in one of these shapes. But I could not find it anywhere. I looked all over for it. I and but I have it saved. I purchased it, and it's called the melted. Yeah, it's the melted rainbow one. So it's the bralette with fringe. That's really pretty. And then, but I changed the strap because in the in the pattern they just have like a string coming up, and I'm like, who is this holding up? Like, no. And then also, I changed what goes around and under because again, like who is this for? So I want to be supportive and secure for anyone who's wearing this because I there's a lot of tops out there that aren't going to support anyone who's get like above like a C cup, and this one definitely supports a lot more because I tried to put as much support into it. Also, in the the pattern or in the purchasing it, I also had like whether you could buy like molded cups. People wanted shape to it. I thought that that could be good if people, um, anyone had like a preference. But the thing is, a lot of those molded cups in craft stores only go up to like a D. So, but luckily this kind of shapes itself naturally, and you don't have to worry too much about um, whether or not you wanted to have that. I do think it's nice to have it to like smooth things out, to apply extra coverage, and to keep your cups up just in case, like my t-shirts. But I did like I liked that with this pattern they did have size small to like 5X. And the thing is, what that means, they don't ever tell you. So you're like, so I made, I think, I made an XL or 2XL for myself. So basically, like the person I'm making this size for is almost the same size as me. They're a little bit smaller, so I just kind of like base it off of what I made my size on. But if you're just being like XL in a bra, like a fitted like bralette, like I feel like that should give a little bit more information about sizing. But I bought it, not realizing that. Anyways, yep, I bought it. So here I am, still making it. I mean, it's still really pretty. I mean, I love the idea of it for sure, and it's very beautifully executed. They also have patterns for like how to stripe out patterns for different pride flags, not just the 8-color rainbow pride, because this has bright pink and it also has turquoise in it, which the 6-color current pride flag does not, which is why it's 6 colors, not 8 colors. Good night. Thank you for coming in. It was great to see you. Hope you sleep well, and I hope I get to see you tomorrow or sometime soon. Now that I'm on Pacific time, it's like I'm even more like I'm looking at the time and I'm like, Carrie and I go to sleep at very different times. At least when I was on East Coast time, it was like, oh, it's 3 hours later, it's 11:36, like the width and length of the cup per size. I don't know. Like, I don't know how that would be helpful. So if someone like the thing is, if someone is ordering the pattern from me, and all like the thing is, they know the cup size that they wear generally, and that's about all. Asking people to take measurements for me has always been a pain in the ass. Like, a lot of times when I do that, they're just like, it's pretty much not helpful information. I think it's basically like kind of similar to a shirt size type estimation, um, but also some people have one. Most of the time, people have one larger breast than another, or it sits differently, or there's like, I mean, there's so many factors in this type of thing. I wish it would be like, if one of those charts that would appear on, if you're buying a bralette on Amazon and it was telling you the sizing versus what bra cup size you had, so it had like the grid type of thing, I feel like that would be pretty helpful, you know, that means you've got to make a lot of different sizes, but at least it would be helpful to know that kind of information. But I know I'm asking for a lot. Also, this person's not even selling this anymore. Probably because complainers like me. Okay, so right now I am halfway to the end of this little part. I'm down 5. More cut and dry. Yeah, and I just find I feel like that would be nice. So yeah, or even like simpler things like with sewing patterns. Basically, you like there are. I mean, I guess it depends on what you're sewing, um, but like if you were sewing a bralette, like all it would be is like your like your your undersize and your bust size, right? Template, no, not a lot. Bust size divided by 2 minus 2 inches. Then divide that in half for cup size. See, I think that would go really far wide over here. I mean, that seems to make sense. But also, I mean, it depends on your tension and size hook you use, yarn, all of this shit, right? There's always like more shit to consider. But like, you know, you want to make sure that the way that you pull the cups together, because they're not sitting, well, I guess it doesn't matter because you place them and then you make your band size and everything. Yeah. Yeah. And a lot of people, they're wearing the wrong bra size, which makes it even harder because they're often wearing sizes too small or too big based on what's available to them. You tested? Oh, very nice. Are you offering to be my bralette tester? Because I don't want to test them. I detest. I detested. I didn't mean to have that joke come out, but it worked. Yeah, it would be good to like, I don't know, if I ever did write, I don't think I'm ever going to be a like that type of top designer. I think if I did design clothes, it would probably be either for like transmasc folks, like curvy transmasc folks, um, or menswear um, that has like less curvature up top. Um, because yeah, I just really, the band holds it under the bus. Yeah. Hmm. Yeah, I know. I'm just like thinking out loud now. I'm just like, what did I do? How did I figure out how this works? Yeah, and see, the thing is, the band size, that was actually really hard for me to get. It was actually harder for me to get right than the cup size, because even though I knew my band size when I made it, the way that the yarn stretched and how it fit and how I needed it to fit to properly wear correctly, I ended up like it ended up being like 4 or 5 inches, I think, overall too big, and I had to like fold it and then sew it so that it would be the right size rather than just like because I had finished it and I was like, oh, this works perfectly, and then I tried it on and I'm like, whoa, this is really not the right size. Um, so so yeah, the band was actually harder than the cups. Um, So I'm trying to make sure that I can do that right this time without all of the ridiculous uh, ridiculousness of of last time. Hungry. I feel like if you were here on the live, you'd be like, "Hi, hungry. I'm Crystal," because that's just the kind of person you are. I like how I'm telling your jokes for you that you might not tell at this point. Like, what the hell is wrong with me? Okay, let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So just two more. Timu. Yeah, I was like, how? Like, I was like, I measured this, and I measured this band. How are they? And I also like took off like a certain amount. I just like I kind of eyeballed like a certain amount of like when I stretched it, how much it stretched more. Actually, I might have even done math around how much it stretched versus its original size, so that I knew how much smaller it needed to be crocheted, and it still was way, way, way too big. Um, so hopefully, it's not that hard this time. It's in the realm of possibility. Okay, so I think that is the last one. Let me check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Perfect. And these do stretch a fair amount with the hole and then also being acrylic yarn. But once they stretch, it feels like super secure. So love that. And then cutting. I sound like a magic 8 ball. Okay, so what I did, so I planned to have the part that has when I made the cup, it's curling a ton right now, which I find fiercely annoying because it's unnecessary. I'm gonna blame the yarn again. But so I started the yarn, did 2 rows, and then when I started my 3rd row, once I got to the top, instead of doing my 3 stitches and then coming back down, I just started into the chain so that the chain was really securely attached to the stitches. And then I'm going to take and I probably should do first is do my do the band underneath, and well, because the red is so this is gonna, so the part with 3 is gonna be on the outside, and the part that has 2 on it right now, that's gonna be what connects the 2. This would be a good opportunity to have a little lacing, but because the person did not order it with lacing in between the 2 parts, I'm not going to add that. But I think I put 5 stitches together because I really, really, really wanted it to be, you know, nice and fit. So. Yeah. I feel like my brain is out of juice, and I don't think I started this with my brain having juice, so that's a pretty bad sign. But also I'm like, watch Buffy the Vampire Slayer, wait for Pedro Pascal, watch David Boreanaz. So while I would like to wait for Jessica and hang out and be on here for longer, I don't think I got it in me right now. But we beat the 2-hour mark. We're close to the 3-hour mark. I did some cleaning today. I hung out with Scottrick. And I'm excited to eat, watch some TV, and hopefully get to sleep at a reasonable time tonight, because last night I don't know, I don't think my sleep meds are working really well lately, because I'm taking them late, and I don't get tired if my sleep meds aren't working, and then I feel like it takes me like 2 or 3 hours to fall asleep, and they should take like 30 minutes. So I do have a stronger med that helps me sleep, but I haven't been taking it, and I feel like I should just do that to get back on schedule. None of you, nobody probably cares, but good not to you, ma'am. So I think I'm gonna get offline. But thank you for hanging out with me. Crystal, you've been here the whole time. You've been a long hauler for sure. But we're gonna finish this motherfucker very soon, at least with the crochet stitches, and figure out how I'm gonna do the I think you were in here, you were just lurking. But when I was talking about how I've seen how some people like turn their phone into like a projector, or like there's different like ways to like project images onto things, and so if I could do that, then that would be one way to put the shape on the pillow so that I could see it without having to mark on the pillow. I know there's Taylor's chalk. I don't know how Taylor's chalk works on yarn, especially chenille yarn. But anywho, yes. So I will talk to you later. I hope you have a good night, and